Strengthening versus stretching. What's actually better for your knees? You've probably been told that both stretching and strengthening are important, but if you could only do one, what would keep you more pain-free and resilient for life? Is it better to be super flexible or super strong? I'm Dr. Leslie DeRozier, sports injury expert, doctor of physical therapy, and the founder of ACL Strong. I help active people resolve injuries and prevent injuries so they can do the things they want to do. Whether that's hiking, skiing, and playing a sport like pickleball or soccer, or simply running errands, chasing kids, and keeping up with life. I found that a lot of people really don't know the difference between stretching and strengthening and what they should actually be focusing on. The truth is, some people need to stretch more, and some people need to strengthen more. But this video will dive into both stretching and strengthening and what you really need for healthy knees long term. The reality is, stretching is one of the more underestimated forms of exercise. A lot of really active and fit people just don't do it. I get it. When you'd rather be playing a sport or running or lifting weights, you probably don't want to take the time to stretch. I used to think that way too. I remember taking a yoga class when I was 19, and all I could think about was how much more fun I'd be having in a kickboxing class or a body pump class. And I only had so much time to spend at the gym, so I obviously spent more time doing the things that made me sweat. Because I hate to say it, but I equated that with a good workout. Obviously, I've learned a lot since then, and I know the value of yoga and stretching now. Muscles are designed to contract or shorten and lengthen. And if you spend all of your time contracting and shortening your muscles and never lengthening them, then your muscles are going to get really comfortable in that shortened position, and you'll gradually lose access to the length because you aren't using it. In other words, you get stiff. When muscles around a joint get stiff, they have more tension or pull on the joint. So when it comes to your knees, if you have more stiffness in your quads, your hamstrings, your adductors, your TFL, your hip flexors, and your calves, yes, all those muscles do affect your knees, you're going to have more forces pulling on the knee joint, causing compression and restricting good movement patterns. This leads to more wear and tear on the cartilage, which contributes to arthritis. Plus, having muscles that don't lengthen properly means the muscles aren't performing as well, which means not only are you developing arthritis faster than you otherwise might, but you aren't performing as well as you could in your sport or your activity, and you're more likely to use improper mechanics and have slower muscle activation, which can set you up for sudden injury, like a torn meniscus or a patellar tendon rupture. Stretching helps by improving flexibility and range of motion. It keeps soft tissues like muscles and tendons and fascia pliable, allowing your knee to move smoothly and freely without unnecessary strain. For conditions like arthritis, this means less stiffness and discomfort. So stretching is great for maintaining mobility. It's like oiling a hinge, but is a well-oiled hinge enough to prevent the door from breaking down? Now, let's talk about strengthening. Arguably, the single most important thing for knee longevity is stability, and that stems from strong muscles. Your quadriceps, hamstrings, calves, and your glutes all work together to act as your body's natural shock absorbers. Every time you walk, run, jump, these muscles absorb the impact, taking the pressure off the cartilage and ligaments within the knee joint itself. When these muscles are weak or underutilized, all that force goes directly into the knee. Think of it like a car with bad suspension. You feel every single bump in the road, and it's more jarring. In fact, study after study has shown that for long-term relief from knee pain and preventing issues like osteoarthritis, strength training is the answer. It helps manage symptoms, allow better activity tolerance, improves quality of life, and protects the joint integrity beneath. So, what's the final verdict? Stretching or strengthening? The real answer is, it's not a competition. You don't choose one and not do the other. You need both. You can stretch all day, but if you don't have strong muscles to support and protect the joint, you're just improving mobility of an unstable structure. That's a recipe for injury. On the other hand, if you only strengthen, you will develop tight, powerful muscles that can cause compression and imbalance across the joint, leading to pain or injury. A smart routine uses both. You can try this. Start with dynamic stretches like leg swings and walking lunges to warm up, and then prime the nervous system with neuromuscular training exercises like standing clamshells or glute activation or single leg RDLs. Then do your strengthening exercises. And when you finish, go back to static stretches, the classic hold for 30 seconds kind. Muscles lengthen better when they're warm, so after a workout or sport is a great time to focus on flexibility. So, what's the action plan? If you're serious about knee longevity, follow these steps. Build a strong foundation with strength training. Target large and small muscle groups from the feet to the core. Traditional strengthening and gym exercises work well for this. Just make sure you don't overdo certain muscles and neglect others, or you'll wind up imbalanced and potentially more vulnerable. 2, focus on stability and body control with neuromuscular training. Use functional movements and focus on connecting your brain to your muscles so your movements are intentional and controlled. Work on balance and coordination, quickness and reaction time, multi-directional stability. This section is what most people miss, and that's exactly what I focus on in my ACL Strong program because it's crucial for prevention, performance, and longevity. I systematically incorporate all this stuff into ACL Strong with a very strategic yet easy to follow approach. So if you aren't doing this yet, make sure you start right away. It's not a big time commitment. It's just about being specific and following a process. There's a link below to find out more about my program. And lastly, fine-tune your flexibility with stretching. Stretch out the major muscles in your legs, and especially focus on your hips. Unlocking hip mobility is essential to reducing pressure on your knees and your lower back for longevity. Quad and hamstring stretches are great, but there's so much more you can do and should do. Like in ACL Strong, we always finish our sessions with a good flexibility routine, so our members are always learning new, easy ways to stretch on their own. Follow these steps and you'll be on your way to having knees that are both stable and mobile, the ultimate formula for long-term knee health and keeping up with your lifestyle. So while the debate of stretching versus strengthening goes on, the reality is it's a tag team. But if you could only choose one, and you had to choose where to focus your energy for truly bulletproof knees, the science is clear. Strength is king. Building that muscular support system is the single best investment you can make for your future mobility. If this was helpful, let me know in the comments below. And be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and here's to many more years of happy, healthy knees.